Each year, the number of illegal immigrants apprehended and drugs seized along our border continues to rise.
Anchor Marianela Aguirre of our sister station Azteca America investigates the day-to-day operations along the border and whether there is some end to the cycle.
12 noon, Roma, Texas. Agent Stephen Moyer follows some footprints, most likely from undocumented immigrants. A few hours later, more than 100 of them are detained, dozens of women and children among them. But times have changed. Agent Stephen Moyer says nowadays, most of the immigrants, especially from Central and South America, just wait for the opportunity for them to be seen and caught.
Their objective is to come here because they think they're going to be released. Nothing is going to stop them.
Like this woman, who was found outside Rio Grande City, sitting with her 2 grandchildren and 2 other boys. She said they were tired after walking several hours. But they were just a few feet away from the road. Why stop? Why didn't they keep moving? They will travel to Ohio, where her daughter lives, and who called her a few minutes earlier. They were relieved, as if waiting for the next patrol to go by and pick them up. Then, what's the point? Why even patrol the border?
We just continue to do our jobs.
The truth is, every day hundreds try to cross into the United States. Most of them, or at least the human traffickers, know the law. 2 p.m., Rio Grande City. This man was detained after a short pursuit. He said he had just crossed into the country with another man, also detained. All was caught on camera.
We definitely have a visual of
3 p.m., Roma, Texas. Another call was received. A man trying to enter a house near the river, attempting to avoid Border Patrol. Agents say many times it's just a cat and mouse game. 5 p.m., boats patrol along the river. It's almost shift change. The right time for drug dealers and human smugglers to mock authorities.
We know that they watch us as much as we're watching.
I'll just make sure not raising any weapons or anything.
Our operations has more than doubled in the last 2 years in activity, so that'll make it much safer, much easier for us to get in and out of McAllen.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the border in Reynosa, Mexico, a military convoy arrived. The soldiers get off and start their patrol. They want to make sure their presence does not go unnoticed. Mexican military also fight against crime on the U.S.-Mexico border. But criminals don't just use the river to cross their illegal merchandise. They also use all sorts of gimmicks to cross customs inspections at the bridges, where officers must be ready to detect any threat.
Everything could indicate that there might be something there, anywhere but from a systems alert to a canine alert, or even an RPM alert, radiation monitors.
Which can help officers find packages hidden inside of a vehicle in places where the human eye can't. But let's go back to Reina and her children from El Salvador. She was given a court date and is expected to return a year or more later so that an immigration judge will decide if she can stay in the country. Unfortunately, statistics show up to 80% of undocumented immigrants caught by Border Patrol don't show up in court. So while the political debate continues and the daily routine of keeping our border and country safe goes on, so does the will for a better life and to get drugs into the country, showing that our agents are only plugging holes. At the U.S.-Mexico border near Roma, Texas, Marianela Aguirre, CBS 4 News and ValleyCentral.com.